My dear Astro friends, this is Krishnamurti J from jkvedanshastro. Today's topic is Sade Sathi or Sade Sath, who will be troubled. Because every person will get Sade Sath. Definitely at least 3 times to 4 times they will get in their lifetime. Everyone will be troubled. Everyone is bogged down by the Sade Sath. No, everyone will not. But some effects will be there. But not to the extent of some people go down like they will suffer like a worm on the tar road, that too in a scorching sun. That kind of suffering will be there. Don't be afraid. Everyone will not suffer like that. Om Sai Ram. We will start. Om Shanishwaraya Namaha. Now, recently one of my relatives, close relatives, asked me, I am going to get Sade Sath, whether I am going to get a painful 7.5 years, otherwise how it will be my Sade Sath. That prompted me to post this video. Here, first, some people may not be knowing what is Sade Sath. So we will explain to them. The transit Saturn, whenever it transits 12th to moon, on the moon, second to moon, it's called Sade Sath. That means nearly 7.5 years will be there. Again I will tell you, here in this example chart, Saturn, natal moon is in the Capricorn. Whatever the star, it is in the Capricorn. Now, transit Saturn entered Sagittarius. That means it is 12th to natal moon. There it will stay for 2.5 years. Sometimes Saturn will move here and there. It will come back to Scorpio. Again it will go to Sagittarius. Sometime it will go to forward and then come back again. That kind of thing also will be there. So, next, now, at present, transit Saturn is in Capricorn only. So, whoever got a moon, the transit Saturn is transiting on natal moon. That is called Janma Shani. That is again another 2.5 years. Then Saturn will go to Kumbha, that is Aquarius. Again, that transit, that is second to moon. That is another 2.5 years. So total 7.5 years. So this is called Sade Sath. Next, what will be the effect? General effect. I am not making anybody to feel what kind of thing he is telling us, something like that. It is a general thing. First stage, 2.5 years, separates one from support system. Support system means family, money, friends. Second stage or middle stage leads that stage will give a lot of what I can say is, actually whenever, even in your horoscope, your natal horoscope also, moon and Saturn connection is there. You will often go into depression because Saturn will give that kind of thing. So when the transit Saturn transit on mind, that is moon is called mind. It is related to mind. So it gives a depression, bodily discomfort, etc. So the transit Saturn on moon, it's a very difficult period. Because when you see there, at that time, you will make lot of mistakes. You will take a lot of what I can say is not good decisions. All wrong decisions you will take. Your judgment power will come down because your thinking capacity will be clouded. The third stage or last stage, 2.5 years, is a replenishing. Replenishing means whatever you lost in the first stage, that will be given back to you. That stage is usually good at the end. So, you would have heard Nala Maharaja a story also about the Sade Sath. So, that kind of things will be there. But to whom? That is the big $1 million question. Not everyone. Don't see, with this description, don't be afraid that you are going to get the Sade Sathi and I am going to be on the streets, or I am going to be suffer like this or something like that. No, it won't happen to everyone. For some people, it will do very good thing, and of course, some sufferings will be there. Something you will lose, because the Sade Sathi, definitely it will cloud your decision making capacity. Apart from that, not only decision making capacity, it is a period. Whatever the karma, you are getting rid of that acute karma. Getting rid of acute karma, whatever the past karma, that is the 7.5 years period thing. In that 7.5 years also, that 5 years is very, very acute. Now, we will see our Mr. Narendra Modi sworn in as a Prime Minister of India first time on 26/5/2014, second time on 30/5/2019. At that time, Moon Dasha from 21/11/2011 to 20/11/2021. Who is Moon to him? Moon is the 9th Lord for him. So 9th Lord is in the Lagna itself. That means Bhagyadhipati in the Lagna. But Moon is debiliated, then debiliation is also cancelled. So, and Lagna Lord Mars is there in the Lagna itself. So, Lagna is very strong. And because Rashi and Lagna both are in Scorpio, and Mars is in his own house, so that means his Lagna is very strong. Whatever the problem comes, he will face boldly. That is also there. See, people's reaction is very much counted. See here, another thing is your Dasha Bhukthi. What kind of Dasha Bhukthi is going on at that time? That is also very, very important. See, the Sade Sath will give the trouble to whom? If they have very bad Dasha. That means 8th Lord, 6th Lord, 12th Lord Dasha is going on. Then it will be a problem. That too, the Dasha Lord is in a very bad nakshatra, Vibhattara, Pratyaktara, Vadatara. These three taras are there. What is this, sir? You are telling something new to me. I will tell you this. See here, Nava Tara Chakra is there. One is what the nakshatra you are born. That is a Janma nakshatra, Mrigashira. He is not born in Mrigashira. He is born in Anuradha. He is somebody's Nava Tara Chakra. Just for example, because our Narendra Modi is born on Anuradha nakshatra. Okay. So here we will see. For example, Janma is a Mrigashira, means next is Sambattara, Aridra. Then Vibhattara. Third nakshatra is Vibhattara, that is Punarvasu. Next nakshatra is Shemattara, that is Pushya. Next nakshatra is this very bad Tara. Pratyaktara, this is Ashlesha. Then Sadhana, it's good. Vadatara, it's called Purva Palkuni. Then Mitra, then Paramamitra, it's coming. Then again it goes 9 Taras, then 18, then again another 9 set, 27 stars. It's still, in some stars, different things are there. It is actually, it's a very big subject, this Tharra subject is a very, very big subject, and in Kumar Samyam they explained very nicely. And one more book is there, that in that book, in that classic book also, they are given a very what I can say is clear description of stars and other things. That let us not go into that very deeply. So whenever born on some bad Tara, that Dasha Bhukthi is in a very bad Tara, Dasha Bhukthi. I already told you, third star. That is from your, see, for example, here our Narendra Modi sir, Nakshatra, birth Nakshatra is Anuradha. From Anuradha, third star is a Vibhat Tara. From Anuradha, fifth star is a Pratyak Tara. From Anuradha, seventh star is a Vada Tara. So, if the Dasha Bhukti is going on in Vibhat Tara, if Dasha Bhukti is going on Pratyak Tara, if the Dasha Bhukti is going on Vada Tara, then, and also it happens to be the 8th Dasha Lord Bhukti, 8th or 6th, 12, Dustanas, then problem. Then that whatever the torture, at least in 7.5 years, 5 years, real torture will be there. Real torture means a worm in a scorching sun on the boiling tar road. If it falls, how it will twist and how it will suffer, that kind of suffering will be there. You would have heard Nala Maharaja story, I already told you about that. So that kind of thing will be there. Here we'll come to the Mr. Narendra Modi sir chart. Here what happens is Moon Dasha is going on. Moon is in Anuradha Nakshatra. So Janma Nakshatra, it is happening on Janma, the Saturn transit happening on Janma Nakshatra when he is sworn in as a Prime Minister. So first time on 26/2014 he is sworn as a Prime Minister. At that time Saturn was in Libra. So Moon is in Scorpio, Saturn was in Libra. That means 12th to Moon. Unfortunately, Rahu was also there. So what happened? It's any problem? No, he became a Prime Minister because Moon was not a 8, 6 or 8 or 12th Lord. Moon is a 9th Lord. 9th Lord means he is a Bhagyadipati. Of course, he is debilitated, debilation is cancelled. So, Bhagyadipati sitting in Lagna itself, along with the Lagna Lord, he gave a full support and gave the Prime Ministership also to him. Okay, the 9th Lord for this Lagna, only Bhagyadipati? No, he is a Bhadagadipati also. So he has to play his role. See, as a Bhagyadipati has given a Prime Minister post, then as a Bhadagadipati he has to give some problem. No, that too, certain, Sade Sathi is going on. So what happened? As a Prime Minister, he left his home state. I told you, no, when the 12th thing is going on, it will take away your support system. Because he was a Chief Minister in Gujarat for a long time. His own people, Gujarati's own people in Gujarat, also he was having a very good support system there. Now he came to Delhi, that too first time to Parliament. He was all along MLA, suddenly he became MP, suddenly he became Prime Minister. First MP, first Prime Minister. And also that a different system. It's Hindi speaking, complete Hindi speaking area and different kind of people. There the situation is different. Homeland, hometown, and the support system is there. Comfort zone. That family, of course, he is not very much attached to family, at least very near to the family. Here, there are no comfort like that. He has to take care of so many big hurdles. Everybody is waiting to bounce on him, because whatever the decision he is going to take, the whole world was watching. Not, see, as a chief minister, only the state will be watching. If it is more than that, then central government will be watching. That's all. Here, the whole world, every step of his is watching. So, the comfort zone has gone. That kind of thing, Sade Sath and plus Badhaga. Because Badhaga, he has given that also. Otherwise, he would have reduced that also. Then, next is, it came to, Saturn came on moon, then Saturn went, then next sworn-in ceremony also happened 2011-2021. At that time, Saturn was in Dhanishta. That means Dhanush. Sorry, not Dhanishta. Dhanush. That means Sagittarius. So 2011-2021, when he was sworn in, already he was a Prime Minister for 5 years. He has created his own people around him. He has created a comfort zone around him. He is already, he went to several foreign countries and other things. That is, see, and Janma Shani, that also it will give. It will take you away from your homeland also. See, he went to so many foreign countries where he has to meet lot of leaders, discuss things, and lot of preparations, lot of tension. All these things would have been there. So, in Janma Shani, then after all he crossed, Saturn crossed and came to Sagittarius. At that time, again Saturn and Ketu was there. Again, this 2011-2021, then that Saturn gave all the comforts to him. Whatever the comfort zone he was enjoying, then the second time, that his close friend, he came a home minister to give a full support to him. So all these things, because when the moon, Saturn was in 12th, in the first time, lot of seniors were his cabinet ministers. There was no friend for him to give a support. Of course, he was as a president of BJP was there. He gave full support. But in the cabinet, the second term, he came to, he also gave a lot of support. Apart from that, he himself created that, what I can say is, that prime ministership thing it was not new to him second time, because the 5 years was over and he was accustomed to what kind of thing. Otherwise, in the meanwhile, he changed a lot of officers, and whatever the officers he wanted to have, all those people, he was surrounded by those kind of comfort zone. So apart from that, for him, very lucky, when he was sworn in also, Saturn was retro. When he was sworn in second time also, Saturn was retro. Of course, first time Saturn was in Rahu, second time Saturn was with the Ketu. So, my dear friends, how this, during Saturn Dasha, he was a Prime Minister. Of course, other things also were there, because Lagna was strong. Apart from that, that moon Dasha is not a 6-8-12 Lord Dasha. So everything went on very well. See, my dear friends, don't be afraid of Saturn Dasha. But I will tell you another example. That is a bad example. That's mine only. This is my Nava Tara Chakra. That's why I selected this. See what happened. Sometime back, not sometime back means around 1997, I was having a certain, this 7.5 years, Sade Sath. At that time, my Saturn Dasha was going on. My Saturn is 7th and 8th Lord. And it was in Nava Tara Chakra. So how it will be? Suddenly, when from my comfort zone, I was promoted. See, the Saturn Dasha gave me a promotion also. That is the beauty of the thing. Push you up and then pull you down so that you will fall. From the height, if somebody throws you out, that injury will be more, no? That is why. That's how it happened. What happened to me? Suddenly I got a promotion and suddenly I was thrown out of my comfort zone. That is my first posting to North India. I don't know Hindi. I was thrown to Bhopal, where I was serving as a branch manager without knowing a letter of Hindi. So somehow I managed it. Then 2.5 years went on. Then suddenly some official problems came. Then I was thrown to, and my health was failing. Suddenly I used to fall on the road because I didn't have, till then I didn't have that kind of problem. Suddenly what happened? I tested all the things. Some people told me some protein is going through your urine or something like that. So many theories were floated around, but still nothing was found. And doctor said, you must be having a mental pressure. That's the thing he had given me. I lost verdict. Then from Bhopal, Hindi speaking area, I was thrown to Calcutta. That's a Bengali, that very hot area. From Bangalore, Bhopal, at least Bhopal has got his own periodic thing. Summer only is hot, otherwise pleasant weather. Calcutta, very hot, humid weather. If you take a bath and come out, immediately sweat. Then suddenly that is the first time in my life, I was hospitalized. In the meanwhile, my son was with me. He was forced to stay in Bhopal because for that kind of education, it was not available in Calcutta. Whatever he was pursuing in Bhopal, I didn't get because he was doing a graduation. My daughter was away from me at that time. Myself and my wife were in Calcutta in that weather. There also I had a lot of problems and other things. So with all, one side is official problem, another side is away from my children, one side is my failing health. All these things happen. And suddenly, after marriage, my wife has not separated from me at all. Even to our parents' house, she will go along with me only. That is the first time she went to US to see our daughter. That is the first time she left me and gone. Without me, that is the first time she had gone. So I was all alone in Calcutta. That is because Sade Sath, along with 8th Lord, 7th and 8th Lord, Saturn Dasha, that too Saturn is in Purva Palkuni, that is a Vada Nakshatra. So this is the right example I can give you. When this kind of thing happens, then things will happen like that. Then afterwards, when the Saturn moved to second to moon, then things started to come down. That intensity of that suffering slowly came down. I was again transferred to Bangalore. Then my son also used to visit me. All these things happened. Because in Calcutta, not only I was suffering, my son also suffered because of the separation, because of lack of proper home food. Then he was also hospitalized. Then we went to Chennai he was almost deathbed. We went to Chennai to take care of him and other things. Here in the office, they shouted at me saying that, what is this? You are taking leave and other things. All these things in the 2.5 years, it is like when a sugar cane crushed in between the two rollers. How that sugar cane fellow will go on, tighten the screws, then crush the sugar cane to take the most of the juices from that. The same way, God has crushed me to take away all my karmas out from my thing. That is the power of Sade Sathi when it is the 8th Lord and Vada Nakshatra. That is in Purva Palkuni. It was in Purva Palkuni Nakshatra, so Vada Nakshatra. That is the thing, my dear friends. Otherwise, things will move smoothly. And what is the... See, there is no remedy for that. Yes, remedy is there. See, during my Sade Sath period also, I went to Shanishwara here, Tirunallar, in Tamil Nadu, Tirunallar is there. That is a Nalamagaraja's, there only he worshipped. That place, along with my son, we went, because for my son also, the same Sade Sath was running. So we went there and worshipped him. Apart from that, I am a Sai devotee. That Sai actually, he gave me the strength. That is, my dear friends, I forgot to tell you one thing. Whatever the suffering in your life, it will come. But you are facing, whether you are strongly, your reaction to that suffering, whether you are facing the problem boldly or you are succumbing to the pressure, succumbing to the problem. That is a very, very important thing. That makes all the things different. See here, what happened? All this problem I was going through, I explained to you, when a sugarcane was crushed between the two rollers, the two sugarcane fellow will go and tighten the screws and to take most of the juices from the sugarcane. That kind of suffering when I was going through, only Swami Sainath, along he was with me, and I just sailed through all the sufferings without any problem. All the suffering were there externally, but internally that peace was maintained. That internally, suddenly some help used to come to me, by somewhere, by God's grace. That kind of faith we got. Any suffering for that matter, even bad dasha also, you can sail through very easily. And this is all simple remedies you can make if you got a Sade Sath or any Saturn problem. If you sleep before 11 o'clock and wake up before sunrise, then it will be good. Then you can overcome many bad effects of Shani. Put both your feet on the ground after waking up and make sure you take bath early in the morning. Then offer water to the sun and pray to Hanumanji. Hanuman Chalisa is the best thing for this kind of Sade Sath thing. And light a lamp. And another thing I want to tell you, when Sade Sath is going on, don't be angry. And even if you are angry, be careful about your words. Because Sade Sath means your mind, your body is affected. You are very weak at that time. At that time, you will tend to lose your tongue. That means you will talk some bad things. That makes all the problems. Relationship problem, or else unnecessary promise, don't make it. If you make unnecessary promise, or beware of your action, because the bad judgment will prevail. Due to the bad judgment, you will make lot of errors. Shouting at others also don't do it. And multitasking, don't do it, because your mind is distracted. Your mind is not at peace. So you should not do multitasking. You should do hard work and in a focused manner, because Shani likes hard work, but in a focused manner, so that you should not lose your track. And do your work on your own. Don't ask someone else to clean your shoes, your car, your room, etc. That Saturn is a manual labor. So he wants you to do your own work, because that is a period you are losing your karma. You are getting rid of your bad karmas. So he wants you to do all these things. Even if it is possible, go and do service in some temple or some guru places, or some see in that sick places they are doing some service, that kind of service. Or in Tirupati also Sevadals are there, so there also you can do. If it is other religion people, go to their own temple. If you go to Dargah, go to mosque, anywhere you go, do service. That's all. Because Saturn wants you to do the service and reduce your karma. That's all. Otherwise, with all these things, if you do, believe in God, whatever the God you believe, catch hold of him at that time. Recite lot of mantras. That will protect you. See, it is like raining. In that you are taking umbrella or you are having a raincoat, that will protect you from this thing. In a hot sun also you are taking umbrella and going, same way. With this, I end this video. I hope this will be a very useful video to you. Thank you very much. We'll see in our next video. In the meanwhile, please subscribe, share and comment. Thank you, my dear friend.